Did you see this?
What's that?
So, okay, I don't know. How do I make it a little... Okay, there we go. So basically, I'm looking at Forextra's Instagram story yesterday, and I see this, and it's a repost of what somebody else posted, but it's basically a clip of Forextra talking about the fact that he doesn't drink and smoke. And the person who reposted this clip, Gucci Blue 40, said, "Why No Jumper never showed this side of Forextra's, only the parts that make him look like an animal." And so Forextra reposted
said
this.
He never drink and smoke.
And well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like I personally had that conversation with him like 3-4 times on here.
Now I got to defend you.
That's crazy.
Now I got to defend you. Look, Forextra's, ain't no script. We get a few bullet points if we want to talk about that shit. A lot of times we start talking and we, out of 20 of them, we might hit 3 or 4. Forextra sat here and dictated who he was and how he wanted to be seen on camera.
Right.
Nobody met with bro and was like, "Hey, we need you to go in there and go crazy." Because I don't even think you knew he was going to go as crazy as he went.
For sure. I mean, I told him plenty of times, like, I tried to get him to talk about all kinds of beef, drama, and he wouldn't talk about it. Now, not smoking and not drinking, he talked about that all the time. If anything, to me, it was kind of like, okay, do we seriously need to keep talking about this? Because this is kind of boring. We already get it. You don't drink, you don't smoke. It's like at a certain point, we were trying to offer him money. Like, would you take this amount of money to get fucked up? Not that we actually wanted him to. I very much think it's a great thing that he's sober. But when I saw him reposting this, that really made me feel like, oh, okay. So when we do hear from Forextra again,
when was this?
This was, I think, yesterday. It was like yesterday morning. But either way, it made me realize
Cam Capone gave him.
Maybe, no, the actual interview, there's an old interview that Forextra did. But my thing is like now, when we hear from Forextra, is he going to be doing the gimmick act of acting like, oh, No Jumper made me talk about fades.
He can't do that.
I didn't want to talk about fades. I don't care about fighting. Fighting is bad.
He's not going to do that.
No Jumper made me talk about. All I wanted to talk about was not smoking and drinking.
For him to do that,
made me talk about fades.
For him to do that mean he was a gimmick, and I don't think he's a gimmick.
But by him reposting this Instagram post, No Jumper was trying to make you look like an animal, man. Not this interview. This part, no. If Forextra had his way, we would have been talking about not drinking and smoking. We would not have been talking about fades. This is what this is saying to me.
You didn't know about his fades to even lead the conversation. He would have to.
He made his name off fades. Let's be real.
That's a fact. I mean,
much like Aaron the plumber, who is now homeless. I mean, probably, he's like not doing that good for himself, it would appear. Aaron the plumber down bad, man. Like his name is gone, vanished. Nobody knows what he's doing. He is off the map. Nobody cares at all. You look at his YouTube, his views are in the absolute shit can.
Well, I think he's like focused on boxing.
I don't think so. I think he's focused on just being a J-Cat.
No, because I don't know if he's tied. I can call and check because I know the owners. The company was tying itself to of like
Misfits,
DAZN or whatever, right? I know the owners over there. But then again, they do want your popularity to be up because that's what drives their ticket sales or their pay-per-view.
His popularity is about as low as it could possibly get. Aaron the plumber, and who King Pill, same deal, bro.
Gimmicks, hold on.
King Pill,
wait, hold on.
Ultimate
you
gimmick.
told me I was full of shit.
It's over.
I told you, and I get what you do. If the gimmick it got a spark for 70 days,
throw some gas.
You would take 55 of them. You don't give a damn if they phase out. But me and you both know the gimmick shit at the table doesn't last long because you got to keep coming up with the gimmick. One thing about Brick's laugh was his laugh. Yeah, that was right. That was him. He didn't even he didn't have to think about doing that, but that was part of his character and personality that made people want to watch.
Brick was a good, consistent source of content, and presumably he will be back at some point. But is because he actually has an interesting, whimsical, funny, intelligent perspective on street shit. So somebody gets shot, there's some kind of drama, there's some story to talk about. A lot of people just have the most basic bare bones opinions, and they'll just say, just like uninteresting things. Brick to me was always the one person who would say something that was more like what the most gangster dude would say off camera that would never say it on camera. And Brick would stay there and say the thing that is like, it sounds horrible, it sounds fucked up, but it's actually true. It's actually how things go in that world. Aaron the Plumber, on the other hand, is just a yoked dum-dum who has nothing to offer. He's just got muscles. He's talking about fades. Besides that, as soon as that wears off, okay, we don't care. At least 4 Extra kind of like got the heart of gold. I feel like people fuck with 4 Extra more as a person.
You know, the dude that was on his case keeps texting me. He has his
Aaron?
ID. The guy on the case. He said, remember I told you he had to get his ID to fly?
Okay.
He's been wanting to come out. But
yeah.
I said,
let's get him out here, man. We got to fucking finish Aaron the Plumber off.
He's in Oklahoma, that case.
Let's do it.
All right, well, you heard it, bro.
What's going on? What's your beef with Aunt Hefe? I asked Aunt Hefe about it yesterday on the show. He wouldn't talk about it, but I heard he made a video about it. You guys were getting into it.
Somebody told me it was I ain't seen it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. But I heard you were mad at him. You guys were getting into it.
No, I don't know. I didn't. Listen, Adam, me and you text back and forth, right? That don't necessarily mean I'm gonna go to YouTube. You ever see me go to YouTube?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. Did he go to YouTube and say something?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
It would be news to me. We didn't text back and forth several times on different things. I may not agree with it. He may not agree with it, but shit, he mad?
He didn't seem mad when we were on the podcast together.
I don't know, maybe he used me as some clickbait. I mean,
I should have watched it so I could fill you in on all this. But
if he got some views, shit, I don't know. I expressed, my thing is like this. If I see something, if I don't fuck with you, right, I won't say nothing.
Uh-huh.
And me not saying nothing triggers the plot, right? But if I fuck with you, I'm going to tell you. And then we have our conversation about it, and then I'm done with it.
Okay.
That's it. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to, I haven't read no content on NFA.